Hey everybody, Eric here from the Mature Minded Gamers group. Today we're going to talk about Book of Travels. This is a MMORPG in the sense that it's actually like they actually call it a tiny MMORPG because the worlds I think can fit 7 people right now in them at a time. This game does things completely different than any MMO you probably ever played. In fact, I would say it's more like a MUD, which is the really old school games. If you're not familiar with those were just text-based adventures that you would do. Except this obviously has the graphical component and a very beautiful graphic component, by the way. The hand drawn and the world's just really fun to interact with and beautiful. But this game does not hold your hand at all. This is very much like an old school game where you got to figure things out on your own. There's no kind of like quest book, like you need to actually have a pen and paper beside you. You need to read all the text and dialogue from the NPCs you interact with, because you need to write down notes and to help yourself figure out what you're actually doing on these little mini quests they're sending you on. There is some online components where you work together with other people. There's like mysteries in the world. I'm going to show you one now that me and one of my friends in my community did together to make basically complete it and to get loot from it. And this is very much a choose your own adventure type of game too, where you kind of decide what you want to do, what skills you want to have. The focus on player creation is huge. I'm going to go through that here at the end of me talking. I'll show you how that works and what it looks like. This is not a game for everyone, right? So you need to go in here with some expectations of what you're getting yourself into. Very very slow paced, but very beautiful. So if you're looking for a game where you can level up your characters and interact with other people, though in a small amount, but it's still there, right? And it was pretty easily. Like there's no friend system in the game right now. From what I read, it's probably coming soon, or maybe not soon, but it's coming eventually, maybe. But you don't necessarily need it right now. Now, if the game would happen to blow up, I could see it being a bigger issue because right now you just try to make sure you log into the same server at the same time and you're in the same area, and then you get coupled together. And then when you're actually close to another player, it actually automatically forms a party for you. We notice there's a little bit of lag and a little bit of like some of us will see things differently than what the other person's seeing as far as where our characters are standing and stuff like that. But for the most part, it all works fine, and it really doesn't create much of an issue. So that is Book of Travels in a nutshell. Super unique, and for the $30 price tag, it is a little bit more expensive than I would probably suggest someone who doesn't know what the game is to just jump into it and try it. Now, it is available on Steam, so you do have a 2-hour window. And I think by those 2 hours, you're going to kind of know if you want to play this game or not, if that makes sense. But if you really want storytelling, a very cool world, check out Book of Travels. I do think you would like it. It's just not for everyone, so I just wanted to give that caveat there. Alright, so this is the character creator. You're going to start out picking a form, and there are several. I've never counted them. There's probably like 7 or 8 of them. The bell, the earther, the crusted, the weathered. You can see I'll scroll through them all real quick here. Each one of them actually has 2 talents at the bottom, so there's 4 talents total. Spiritual, mechanical, social, and physical. That's your 4. And then you can see the different, each class has 2 of them. And then there's a lot of other lore here. You do want to make sure you read in your character creator because there's a lot to learn here. So that's the form. Let's move on to the next one. So we're going to hit next. Next you have your background. This is where you can set your age and your gender, and you can just put in whatever you want. You can put male, female, you can put in a frog, I believe. So that's just whatever you want to put in for your gender. You can choose some different upbringings, and they actually will tell you right here, it changes your background info. So this is what the rural one looks like. There's small town, big urban, crafts, mystical, unknown, illegal, naval, mountain, islander, highborn, poor, religious, enslaved, and then we're back to rural. So you can do all that. You can actually add your own background. So, you know, born poor. Whoops, I put poor first. Born poor. And you can, you know, type in whatever you want. So you can basically customize your character a little bit right there. Next up, we are going to go to personality. So this is, a lot of these actually aren't implemented yet. So if you actually scroll over them, it'll tell you. Like, I don't think, here you go, sensitive is not in. And it tells you gameplay effect not yet implemented. So you probably don't want to select that yet, and I'm not sure when that's gonna be implemented. I haven't paid attention to the roadmap. So you know, you look through here. I think you can pick 2 If you see, it deselects the previous one. So pick through the ones you like, read about them, figure out what you want. These are also other traits that would be considered more negative traits, I believe. But I do think that they can do different things for you as well in the game that may be kind of helpful. So you can look through all that and kind of decide what you want to do. And you do have to pick one negative trait. So you have to scroll through those and pick the one that you want to pick. You can also add additional personalities. This is more customization. I think that, again, this is just for your personal benefit. I don't think it actually adds anything other than if people can identify you, then they can actually read this stuff about you. So this is a heads up. Next up, we're going to move on to skills. This is your 4 that I was talking about earlier. You can basically up one of these, and it has to be the one that you picked for your character. So you can take your social abilities or your physicality ability and up them by 1. Only one of them, though. Then it shows you your starting skills, and you can pick one of these. And lots of info here to read about. Like I said, very important to read. That way you know what you're getting yourself into here. Let's move on to the next one. We have appearances. This one actually, this isn't just for just appearance looks or whatever. It's just cosmetics. This actually matters in this game. Your eye color changes quite a bit. Your voice, I don't think really means too much other than what you sound like in the game. But your eye color, it'll tell you right here. So eye color char, you are committed to a life of mastery and dedication. And there's a whole bunch of eye colors. I'm going to go through them here pretty quick, but you can see that you need to go through carefully and read each one of them and pick the one you think is best suited for your character. I'm not through them all yet. There's char. Now we're back. All right, let's go to equipment. So this is a different way to do equipment, and I don't quite understand what store means. So I think store is you selecting it, but I'm not 100% sure. But you can actually click on each item and read about it. You pop up there and kind of pick what you want, and you can hit random as much as you want. Just gives you random gear, so kind of finding layout or items that you think will be useful for your character. Recall goes back to the previous set when you store it. So if you find one you think you like, you can store and then recall back to it if you want. Alright, let's move on to the name. This is randomly generated names that anybody can see that interacts with you. But you also get your own personal nickname you can put in here. So you can put in, like Logic Bomb. And then you can hit random on this. Whoops, I stored that. And randomly pick out a first and last name. So this is what's going to be visible to everybody in the game, other players. Your nickname, I don't know when your nickname actually shows up. I don't know if you have to be in a party with them or if it ever even does. That I'm not sure about. But you get to pick your name, and then that's the final touch. You need to hit finish, and I do want to cover this real quick. If you're playing with friends, and it tells you this, if you want to begin playing with a friend on the same server, select the same options above. So this kind of determines where you start at in the world. So you can pick all these, and then you also get to pick a direction if it offers it. So once, and honestly, if you're just starting out, I would pick whichever goes best with whatever you think your character theme is or whatever. But if you're playing with friends, you definitely want to make sure that you pick all these the same. And then once you get all that done, you can hit proceed. And now you are going to load into this game and get yourself going. Alright, so this is the world of Book of Travels, and it's just, like I said, beautifully drawn. Rendered really good. You can zoom in and out a little bit on your characters. There's the whole emote tab over here. Shows what you're expressing. When you can interact with an object, when you scroll over it, it'll show you a little icon. You can click on it, and then you can do whatever actions are available. I just picked up some olive leaves. And there's little hidden things all throughout the world, too, that will actually let your character gain experience, which is right here. Your level, this is the bar. Once it fills up, you'll level up. Your life petals, that's kind of like when you die, you lose a life petal each time. So you do want to be careful about that. These are your stats, your different faith cards that are the things you picked already, as you can see. From your character creation, you have a burden, which affects how fast you can go, different things like that, your abilities, your speed, your ward, your force. Have up here where you can fill in different about your character. Over here's your actual abilities, so you can rest if your guy's tired. You have stamina and energy up here. You can walk, which is your normal speed, which is pretty slow in this game. But you can actually right-click to walk faster, but that uses up a lot of stamina, so you'll catch yourself resting a lot. Here's a flower to interact with. We're going to pick it. Cool. So we're gonna interact with it. See what we can do. We can pick it. Apples. Take those apples. So apples is a food stat, and you actually need to eat in this game. So if we click on it, it's edible. We're gonna hit consume and eat our apple. It's also worth 14, which is decent. Then there's cities, and there's NPCs to talk to. Lots of different things to explore the world, and the app is very good. Very hand-drawn, very cool. See, I'm right here's my character. This is the Voice Tavern. The little slip. You can zoom out here and see this whole area, and then these little wheels indicate other places you can go on the map. See, there's a lot of different places to travel. This is just a small piece of the map, I should say. So if I zoom out here, you'll see here I am, and all the areas around me I can travel. Then we'll zoom out. See, there's a lot more to the world here. Alright, so here's one of the objects that I was talking about that you can actually interact with. I showed you, I'm going to show you here in a second what it looks like to do it with a friend, but if you click on this, it'll show you, see, this takes 2. So if I actually had 2 in spiritual, which I don't, then I would fill this up and be able to complete whatever this little mini quest is and then get some rewards from it. I don't have that though, and since I don't have any friends on right now to play with, to complete that with, I'm just going to move on because there's no reason to sit there while I can't complete it. We're going to travel westward here. If you're in a group, you can travel as a group, but since I'm not, we're going to go alone. It looks like these are some treasure hunters. An old lockbox, to be precise. I'm pretty sure the maps and documents have pointed to the right forest. As far as I can tell, I should be right on top of it. It should be very shallow, buried, and easy to reach if only it could be located. Will you help me look for it? It must be somewhere in this area. Alright, so this is like one of the little mini quests. We're looking for a lockbox. So sometimes things will shine, and you will be able to see things on the ground you can interact with around you. Other times you just kind of, the closer you are to it, the more visible it's going to be. So the more it's going to be highlighted and visible to you. If you are running, it's going to be much less. So walking around and you're searching for something is the best method. See if we can find this here. I haven't done this, so hopefully we're not riding the struggle bus too much here.
Alright, so this is one of the quests that you can do in this game, where it takes 2 people. If you've seen the heads popped up, we both interacted with them, and then we were able to complete that requirement. And that can be lots of different skills in the game, and it can take anywhere, what we've seen from 2 to 5, I think, requirements. Is that right, Will?
That's the highest I've seen.
Yeah, and there could be more, we're so early on in game. Then when you do that, now we can talk to them. And a lot of times that will give you either items or you'll get experience to help level up your character, something like that. So I found this. It's called Welcome to Passage. You talk to a cloud. It's a gambling thing. It's got this cool little backstory in it. It says, because of its darkly obscure origins and addictiveness, the game of Passage is outlawed across Braided Shore. Due to its unlawful nature, the places where Passage is played are shrouded, dark, and hushed. 2 places, one Secrets of Sorts, are known to be available to anyone. The Voices Tavern, which is actually where I'm at right now, in the west, and the Marble Hut in the east. These places are strange, occult, and brimming with forces. That's where I'm at. So all comic book know that for the sake of their souls, it's best to stay away from them. A hand of passage totals 6 cards, which all have 2 values on them. The topmost number represents the card's minimum value, and the bottommost number represents its maximum value. When a card is played, a random number between the minimum and maximum number is rolled and added to your total score. Once you've played a card, the turn is passed over to your opponent. The goal of the game is to beat your opponent's score without scoring higher than the current round's goal number. The goal number is randomized for each round and displays in blue in the middle of the board. If you play a card on your new total exactly matches the goal number, you instantly win a round. If your total score ever becomes higher than the goal number, however, your opponent automatically wins a round. The first player to win 3 rounds wins the set. Each player totals game rounds wins is displayed at the top of their respective home sides. Instead of playing a card, you can choose to pass. In passing, you forfeit your remaining turns and your score is locked in its current value. Your opponent is then free to play any of the remaining cards until they either win, lose, or pass themselves. It is wise to pass when your score is close to the goal number. Okay. A lot of rules to this game. Some special cards, called house cards, have unique effects. House cards have pictograms on them relating to hidden meanings from the game's long-forgotten origins. Hover over the house cards to reveal its game effects. Each house card is a powerful strategic tool that will aid you in winning games once you've learned how to use them. Meditate on how to best play. To surrender a game, press the X icon in the top right corner of your board. You may review the rules at any time by pressing the question icon. You now know what you need to play Passage. How long will it take you to master it? Wynn's blessing on your luck. Alright, so we're going to play our first game of Passage here. The oldest sister rolls twice and picks the highest number. Randomize a number between 1 and 18. Your deck. So we're trying to hit 22 here. Let's do this. So we got a 14. So 9 would put me 1 over if I got a 9. But Odds are 66% chance I'm not going to hit that 9. So we're going to try it. Son of a biatch, I hit the 9. Well, I lost. Okay, here we go. I finally knew what I was doing there. So now we're hitting 17. Let's play this a little smarter here. This will not get us over. Let's try it. So we got a 12. So now if we got the 4, we'd be fine. This we got, it's going to bust no matter what. This might work if we get the 5, right? Let's try it. Oh, 16, okay. That's good for us. See what they get. 12. We're going to pass from here on out, I believe. Yeah, there we go. We got the victory. 1-1. Next round, aiming for 22, it looks like. Do we go high again? I think we do. I think that's the right move. 9. So if we got 16, we would bust. But I think you got to at this point, don't you? I mean, otherwise it'd be this. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Okay, now we got 16. So we need 6 more, so we can go... Ugh, this is rough, because these could all bust. These can't bust. 17. So we're good, actually. This is going to be fine right here. 20. See, hopefully you bust. Oh, he must have did that one. Yeah, he did. Blew himself up. All right, there we go. 2 of 3. Next round starts. 23. Got a 10. 19. So this 4 would be perfect. This is probably our final card no matter what. 21. Yeah, I think we're going to have to stay there. Odds are not in our favor. Well, never mind. They got a 22, so now we got to. No other choice on that one. Alright, 24. 9. So even if we got a 16, we'd be over. Never mind. Math hard. 17. So now we've got an 8. We'd be 1 over. So odds are in our... Odds are... Well, hold on. They got a 20. Now we got a 20. Yes! No, they hit the perfect number. I lost. Son of a gun. Okay, let's try it again. Ooh, that was a high number. Of course, we get 4, we get it here, so. Ooh, we're probably stopping there. Unless they make us see what they get here. Oh. I forgot I got a pass. Oh, they're hosed. Yeah, okay, got that first victory. Next round, 19. 7. 14. 5 would get us there. 16. Oh, he hit it. Son of a gun. Okay. Ooh, 17, huh? I mean, I'm gonna lose. I gotta pass. Oh, he tied me. Okay, good. He's gotta pick another one, I think. Yes! There we go. 21. Ooh. That one hurt. 13. Well, that'd be fine. Oh, he hit it. Gosh dang it. Twice he hit it right in the nose. Alright, next game wins here. 20. Ooh, that's a high number, but that might work out okay. I mean, I gotta do this number and hope it's a 4. Yes! Victory for the good guy. That's me. That's me. Okay. So no, we don't want to play again. That was good, though. That was fun. So that's where you play the gambling game in this game.
All right, everybody, that wraps up Book of Travels. This game is very unique and very cool. It has its own vibe and the own way that it works. The dev company, or the dev team behind the game, is a smaller team, but they seem to be very interactive. So I think you could probably help guide the game along with some really good suggestions. And they actually asked for that in the forums, which I always appreciate. So check out Book of Travels if it looks like something you are interested in. It's available on Steam for $30. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and give us a follow if you enjoyed the content. Thanks for watching, everybody.